So now we are going to the Square of the Revolution. I already told you we have here in Cuba tradition. We have Square of Revolution everywhere in all the cities of Cuba. So we are going to make a stop there for some minutes in order to make some pictures. It's a very important meeting place for Cubans. Many people used to come here to the Square of the Revolution in Havana in order to see the speeches, in order to hear the speeches of the very famous, very long speeches. 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, more. And so it's a very important place for Cubans and perhaps for you too. And there we can see some buildings around the square that are ministries, yeah, the old office of Che Guevara. Che Guevara, after the triumph of the revolution, was the president of the National Bank and minister of industry. And so there we can see the building of the old office of Che Guevara. But Che Guevara is very famous all over the world, but it's not original from Cuba. Do you know for any chance where he was born?
Yeah.
Argentina. Yeah, it was in 1928. His father was an architect. Architect. Yeah, it's architect in Dutch. So I was an architect, and so his father paid the university for Che. He wanted to be a doctor always, so he was a nurse. And after he studied to be a doctor, he was with his friend together making some kind of tour in some Latin American countries in order to cure the poor people from some illness, and he did it. And after he met Fidel Castro and Raúl Castro in Mexico. They were planning to make a revolution not only here in Cuba but in the whole Latin American countries. After the triumph, he was the president of the National Bank and Minister of Industry, and he went to El Congo, to Africa, to keep fighting, to receive the support of the population in order to keep fighting. And after, he went to Bolivia and he was killed in Bolivia by the CIA. He was 39 years. He was taken as a prisoner in 1963, and 4 years later he was killed by the CIA. His mortal remains were engraved in a secret location, and after we found it, so it was 30 years later, the mortal remains were found by Cubans. They organized a mission and they found the mortal remains of Che in Bolivia. That's the cemetery, is the biggest here in Cuba. It's 56 hectares. 56 hectares. Yeah, but underground. So it's one of the biggest all over the world. I think it's the third most important in the world. So Christopher Columbus is the name of the cemetery. It's the only one in Latin America with the name of Christopher Columbus, our discoverer. So we have like 800,000 graves and 56 hectares. So the mortal remains of Che Guevara, we find it right now in Santa Clara. Santa Clara is a city of Cuba. It's like 400 or 350 kilometers far from Havana, because there in Santa Clara was his last battle. So there we have his belongings, and yeah, because his family wanted to be here, to be here great. He had 5 children. One is died in Peru because of cancer, and the other are here in other countries. They are professional. They are working in other countries like doctors like him. So now we are going to the Square of the Revolution. Somebody here was asking me where is the parliament. The new parliament is behind the tower. The tower there in the square is the highest point of Havana with 109 meters high. So behind the tower is the new parliament. Once we leave from this square, we are going to the old parliament. Yeah. So around the square we have many important buildings. Look at there. Over there, that's the National Theater. And the other building with the sculpture, I say like picture of Che, is a Ministry of Interior right now, but it was the office of Che. Don't forget that he was the president of the National Bank and Minister of Industry, so his office was up there. Che? Alive? No. He was killed. I told you. He was. Yeah, don't worry.
His memory is alive.
So all the squares here in Cuba has a very most important figure. They have personality. Here is not Che. Che is there in Santa Clara, but here is Jose Martis, also our national hero. Fidel used to be on the stairs in order to give the speeches to a population. We have space for more than 500,000 people. And that's the Ministry of Communication, all related with communication and computer, communication, computer. And the other one is the National Library, there in front of us with the Cuban flag. The other one over there, look over there, that's the Ministry of Protection. It's like an army, the army. And behind the tower, look at there. Behind the tower is the new parliament right now. So we have 10 minutes here. You can go down, you can take some pictures, and I'm gonna be waiting for you here. We are going